that came out and is associated with corruption. There's an effort by the regime represented by Anita Mo to bind all of you. But thank you, those of you that have come out to disassociate with corruption, the likes of Honorable Nsamba, the likes of Honorable Sewungu, who led the charge against corruption. We salute you. All of you that have signed the motion to ensure that corruption is debated on the floor of Parliament. Thank you. I continue to reflect your voices that it is not out of spite or hate against anybody, but against corruption. And those of you that have not signed, please be counted in the book of life before it's too late. I want to salute the young people of Uganda for leading us. We've always been telling you. I challenged the young people a few years ago, the elders a few years ago. I told them, in this effort, in this mission to freedom, you either lead us, follow us, or get out of the way. Recently, the young people told us the same. Lead us, follow us, or get out of the way. We did not get out of the way, although we did lead them, but we followed them. We salute you young people, those that have come out to put their feet down, tribeless, partyless, but most importantly, fearless. Many of them are still in prison. Among them are our colleagues, Sylvia Namutiaba, Mosidi David, and others. Many of them have just come out of jail, but we salute you and we encourage you to continue causing that good trouble. If you must visit prison, ladies and gentlemen, if you must be in trouble, that is the perfect reason to be in trouble. If you must visit prison, the fight against corruption is the best reason for you to visit corruption. If you are to make friends with somebody, let the fight for morality be the moral reason that brings you together. And if you're to break ties with anybody, so be it, for as long as it's against corruption. Corruption is a cancer that has killed us. Corruption is the reason why you journalists are not earning the way you're supposed to be earning. And yet you do it in a noble duty. Corruption is the reason why now politics has become Uganda's most paying job. What a shame. It's because of corruption that we have a dictator ruling over us for almost 20 years. That's corruption. Corruption is not only give and take. Corruption can be moral. Corruption is a backdrop upon which they are rigging elections. So thank you very much for fighting corruption, the young people of Uganda. I want to salute fellow artists, those that have come out to raise their voices. We know that ever since the music industry produced the one Kyagulanyi, the regime is so scared. They either intimidate you or buy you off. Many artists have sold their souls. I salute those that have not sold their souls. And I encourage others to keep raising their voices. I salute the professionals, the doctors, the teachers that have added their voices. And some have actually come out to put their feet on the ground. I want to salute religious leaders. I know some are compromised. Many of them, but they are religious leaders that have stood firm. I want to salute them. I want to salute Father Gaetano. I want to salute Bishop Zach Miringe. No wonder he was attacked. His life narrowly survived. But we continue to stand with you and pray for you, Bishop. I want to salute the activists and all leaders that have stood firm. I've mentioned many were arrested. Some were sodomized. I mean raped. Men were raped by police officers, by Uganda police officers. Young boys were raped in CMI. And that has not made breaking news. It has not made it to the headline. Do we say that these media houses are equally corrupt or intimidated? Women were raped. People were tortured. These are things that must be said without shaking voices. Because this is exactly what is happening in Uganda. You'll be silent, but before long it might happen to you or your loved one. We continue to demand for investigations into these claims and to ensure that these offenders are brought to book. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll also mention that we were meant to have a huge celebration, which we continue to await, because the National Unity Platform made 4 years this month on the 22nd. We had asked for Kololo grounds, but as you saw, the regime said it's still under renovation. But be sure in a few days there is going to be a function there. So after that function, we shall go back and see whether the renovation is finished. On the same day, we were even blocked from addressing the press conference here. Some of our leaders were arrested. Honorable Zaki used to have a very nice haircut, as you can see. His hair was cut off in a way to humiliate him. Honorable Hassan Kirumira was bundled on a pickup, the same pickup that had the pigs that they brought to throw him. He is the Imam of Parliament, but he was put on the same police truck with the pigs to humiliate him. We know that doesn't move your faith. We know that doesn't affect you. But I hope it makes you angry and the entire Muslim fraternity. And finally, I'll also talk about our brother Achideo, the second